All right, we got Craig Vaught and Randy Edwards here at the Quarterback Ranch with Bill Webb. Bill, how you doing?
I'm great. Wonderful, wonderful warm day.
Now, we're lucky to have a little shade here, but thanks for sitting with us. Now, would it be right to call you one of the founders of the camp?
I'm the founder of the Quarterback Ranch, and this camp was our first big event that we did, so that would be accurate, yeah.
What inspired you to do so?
You know, I've got 3 young boys, and I was sort of the ultimate consumer dad, and my kids went to various camps, and I was able to speak with some people like George Whitfield and Richard Bartell, who were in the quarterback training business, and we just decided there was a better way from a business standpoint to structure it. A lot of the quarterback training business is done on a cash basis, on a park field somewhere, or they sneak onto a field, and we just felt like we could put more structure behind it, give people more consistent training that wasn't just about training with an individual, it was about training with a system. So it was really more about developing a true business model than it was just doing quarterback instruction.
Now, what's your affiliation with South Lake Carroll? Is that where your kids attend?
That's where my kids attend. That's where I'm from. Been involved in the program, so I'll always be a dragon, but we have a very unique situation that we go into all these schools now and train, and we know their offenses, we train to their offenses. So my heart may be a dragon, but my brain is whatever field we're on that day.
So what was your inspiration to do this? What really motivates you to get out here?
Well, first of all, it's a chance to impact, sounds corny, but it's a chance to impact these kids' lives. You know, some of them come from great homes, some not so great. It's a chance to not only help them learn to do the physical aspects of football, but especially the quarterback position. It's all about leadership. It's about what you do in the classroom, and it's a real opportunity for us to touch these kids in a way that, you know, hopefully has an impact on them. Every quarterback instructor wants to work with the next Shane Buechele, the next 5-star quarterback, and we get to do that every day at Arlington Lamar, but our sweet spot is working with that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grader that's not getting the regular coaching. So by the time they get to the point that they're a senior and they get a chance to go on and play football, they remember that Quarterback Ranch has been with them a long time, and they've been with Quarterback Ranch a long time, and it really helps us shape them over a several year period, and that's what's most intriguing to us.
Absolutely. Now, when you were a young man, who was inspirational, who was influential in your life?
Well, I grew up in athletics, so I can remember my youth football coaches, my high school football coaches, even my college coaches. I probably spent more time with them than I did, you know, at home, and that's the thing that's always touched me. You know, coaches really, to me, are our unsung heroes. They spend so much time. They certainly don't do it for the pay, and they touch so many lives. So, you know, for us to be able to be out here and impact these kids and to understand the long-term impact we have on them and the amount of time we get to spend with them, it's a real responsibility, but it's a real opportunity, and we love doing that.
Well, it's like I see a lot of second fathers out here. You know, I know Jim Zorn, father of 4. You know, I'm sure after raising his own kids, you know, knows how to develop youngsters. And of course, Brad Johnson, he said he's got two sons that are currently, you know, growing and playing and coming up through the ranks. So I'm sure that's very rewarding, but I see a lot of leadership out here. How were you lucky enough to attract these guys?
Well, it's not luck, I can tell you that. It's, you know, I've spent my career, and people like Rich Bartell spent their careers building relationships. And, you know, we're not paying these guys significant amounts of money. They come out, you know, Brad Johnson, Jim, Brady, those guys travel in here because they want to be a part of this. My staff at the Quarterback Ranch, you know, those guys work, you know, they're full-time for us, most of them, and they work every day out on the field when it's 100 degrees. So, you know, it's not, those guys want to do it. They have a passion for doing it. We try to put together a really great platform to where they have all the resources they need. They have the kids there. They have great facilities like LD Bell, but it really is a lot of things coming together for something like this to happen.
So just talking to the parents out there that are viewers, why this camp? Why should they send their young men here?
Well, it's kind of ironic for us because this camp is very specialized. We tell parents this is not a camp for us to come teach your kid how to throw a football. This is about we have 20 coaches here who have everything from winning a Super Bowl down to high school coaches. And those guys have tremendous amount of knowledge, and what we're trying to do is give them 2-3 things that pertain specifically to them, these kids, that they can take home. It's ironic because in our everyday school business, we're not particularly trying to teach them to be a great quarterback. We're trying to help them be a better athlete, have better footwork, have better hands, because at the end of the day, who knows if a 6th grader is going to turn out to be a quarterback or not. So this is a very specialized camp where there's knowledge transfer. Most of the training we do is more about fundamentals of being a better athlete 6 weeks later than you were when you started.
You know, Bill, you said it's not about luck, but I think the Metroplex is very lucky to have a man like you with the vision to put something like this together for our young athletes to grow up in. How are parents going to find you? Give us, let's plug this thing a little bit.
Well, so our website's the best place to come, and it's thequarterbackranch.com. But we're in 23 schools across the Metroplex. Probably half these kids that we already train now, but our real entree into the schools is through those athletic directors and those high school coaches. Then we do our individual and group lessons, and that's where they can contact us through our website, through Twitter. And then, you know, our camps, we don't do a lot of camps. We just, that's not our business, but we'll do 2 or 3 strong camps a year, this being one of them. So they can reach out to us through our website anytime, and we can really create training specifically for their child.
And your Twitter handle?
QB underscore ranch. I had to remember that. QB underscore ranch.
At QB underscore ranch. All right, we'll certainly be following you. Bill, thank you for your time and for doing this for these kids.
Much. We're having a blast.